Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Homestead Fabricator. I got hurry up and get the weeds mowed down. I'll show you. That is right here because I have a log truck coming. And I have a new saw that wants to eat it up. And it will. And you'll love it when you see it. Now, to get the motor out. Greenworks 80 volt regular consumer grade. Probably the best mower I ever got for ease of use and maintenance. All I just do is sharpen the blade, charge the batteries, and once in a while take the cover off if you could figure it out. Blow the dust out. No more engine maintenance. And also, I've only mowed my lawn like 5 times this year because the grass just doesn't grow in the sand. So, why deal with maintenance on a gasoline one when battery power is the way to go for that situation? Right? Okay. Oh. Easier to raise the handle back up when it's in the truck on the back, on the tailgate. Here, handle locked in. Away we go. This is how loud it is for those of you that have never haven't seen this mower yet. It sounds like an old Lawn Boy 2-cycle, but heavily muffled. The Husqvarna all-wheel drive mower I had weighed twice the weight of this thing. That thing weighed 100 pounds. So now to get mowing. Probably gonna have to replace the blade after that. I accidentally hit I thought it was more of a weedy bush thing, but it was a stick brush. So finish up here. good as I need to do it. Got this area cleared. It's big enough. If I didn't have to worry about access over here, you could easily fit 3 truckloads in here. 4 or 5 if I stack them, you know, have them stack it to the moon. But I'm not an astronaut, so I'm not going to have it stacked that high. Here he is. That is a big load. Oh crap. Okay, he's going to be backing it in and dropping the logs right next to the pallets there, close as he can. I warned him about the stump hole. It's a big one. The garbage truck got stuck there, so. Hey, you said between 8 and 8:30. Well, he was here early. It's supposed to be a mix of ash and basswood. Yeah, having a pup trailer really comes in handy. Hopefully he doesn't have to move the truck. You can just unload it in one shot right there. Getting all prepped, ready to go. Is checking out the site of where he's going to put it, making sure he can, if he wants to go back a little further, he can. He's fine right where it is. So he's probably going to have to move the truck forward at some point. He's going to put the basswood in the back because it's next year's wood. And the ash should be up in the front because I'm going to probably end up using that this year. And that ash is more ready to burn. Oh, he's got to take the chains and stuff off or whatever he had for the back part. Yeah, that's a full load. Really nice guy. He'll be doing this probably until he can't drive anymore. I guess his son has taken over the business, running the day-to-day stuff, but yeah, it's hard to keep a driver from driving, I know that. I like it too much myself, so yeah. I was going to try to quit trucking, but I don't know, I'll probably end up doing it part-time because I miss driving the trucks. That's all I miss, but I don't miss any of the traffic. I wouldn't miss the traffic at all. You know, I've driven 2 million career miles nearly, so I'm pretty much done with that. Not safe miles, I wish, but you know, when you have a drunk driver on the side of the road that's parked on the edge of the road and your truck gets totaled out because you didn't realize how he is at the danger point, you know, too late to avoid it, and you're like, the work truck took a drive right down the center of the median by I-94 up by Eau Claire. Boy, did that suck. Tore the whole front end out from under it. Well, it didn't tear it out, but it bent the snot out of it, so it's in the shop getting replaced. He's got the stabilizers down. He must have climbed up the other side. There goes the boom. Let me get back a little further so you can see that artistry in motion. I think it's just amazing how good he is with the crane. Now he's going to put down the skids first so you can stack the wood on top of it, or stringers as we say. Told him as far back as he could reach. Now that grapple will reach the back of the truck. I could be this close. You know, I just zoomed in a lot. I was zoomed to 50%. I zoomed out. Now I can zoom in on that 1.7x. He's going to do the best he can to put the wood the way I want it. I'm hoping to be able to do another truckload next to it. Yeah, you put the garbage logs on the ground. Well, I put good quality logs on the ground, just put some junk ones. Darn mosquitoes. The U.S. Mosquito Air Force is attacking again. Yeah, this is the same log guy that brought the first one, so. It's a waste of time getting it in a perfect position exactly where I wanted to. You just gotta take it where you can get it put sometimes. So he's gonna do his best to separate everything with the basswood in the back and the ash in the front. So the basswood will come off first. When he loads, he has to weight balance it too. So yeah, first you put down a few stringers, put some weight on it to hold it in place so they don't move. Then you can really pile it up. Yeah, the first few grabs of the grapple, it takes a while just so you can get some weight to hold everything in place. I would not want to play this guy, race against this guy in one of those crane games at the arcades or wherever you see him now. If I had the pallets out of the way, I could have really moved it over. Moved it over another 6 feet. I don't know if you could see that, but a log went rolling from the top right towards the racks, the uprights. I've never done basswood before, so we'll see how this all goes. I'm in the comfort of the cab of my pickup truck. You know, mosquitoes. Looks like I'm going to be going through a few chains, sharpenings. Some of that wood looks like it's been on the ground a while. There's a bunch of, looks like bark and maybe dirt mixed. So winter cut wood is the best, because then you get really clean wood. You get really clean wood. Then the logs are dragged through the snow instead of on the dirt, you know, if they get dragged along. Looks like that back part is the ash. And then the front part was the basswood. Hopefully he doesn't have to put on another stringer, otherwise I gotta hurry up and get that front set of stringers cut. The wood on there, because I can't go into the dirt. I can maybe go another set of stringers, so that's to keep this parking lot room open. I gotta get the weeds cleaned up over here, so I can, that's where I want to cut the chunks, put them over to this side, and then split and stack on here, so there's maybe room to get another load in over there. I'll have to see how much room there's done, but I doubt it. I'm going to put it there, so I'm probably going to put it over here or over there after I clear out some trees. When he gets the stringers down, he could just grab and go, but then you can see sometimes sometimes then you get a log that just wants to not cooperate. Yeah, he's doing a weight balance thing there. That's probably going to be taking more of the ash off. As I said, yeah, it could be mixed in the middle, but, you know, try to separate if you can. He's like, yeah, no problem. Yeah, you notice that what he's doing? When he grabs a load from the back, brings it up to the front, he grabs a load from the front, swings it to the back. That's how you plan efficiency. But, you know, you drop it right in the middle of the pile, well, you could grab from either end. So it looks like about a half and half. Maybe there's 6 cords of the ash and then 8 of the basswood. I'll check to make sure. Well, you know, I'll know it when I get it on, when I get the bill for it. So I'm expecting around $1,400 for this load. Well, that log has just decided to not cooperate. Oh boy, is that one curved. Holy cow. You don't need to curve that one to make a recurved bow out of that thing. It's already curved. Or a regular bow anyway. Yeah, recurve has a little different style than that log could produce. Growing up as a little kid, I was always fascinated by anything mechanical. He's got most of the basswood off. He's only got maybe 2 cords left to go on there. About that. He's got most of the ash to come off yet. So I told him to go at like 6 feet high. And so hopefully he doesn't go past here. But I'm sure he's probably going to have to go one more set of stringers to get the ash in. So he's leaving a valley in the middle, looks like, so then he could blend it if he has to. Yeah, the basswood is for campfire and bundle wood for next season. So the ash I can still burn this year. And that's also a dual purpose wood. It's also good for fireplaces. It'd be good for, still good for heating, not as good as oak or locust. The next load might be oak or locust. I'll have to talk it over with him when he gets done. So I'm like, yeah, let's start filling in that valley. Oh. Got mosquito bites from the U.S. Mosquito Air Force. Yeah, he's probably going to have to put another set of stringers down to get it all you figure it's going to be the length of the log truck, or at least, yeah, basically the length of the log truck is how big it's going to be. That's as far as he could reach. That's where it is, so in the back part, so he's got to move the truck at least once to get the rest of the ash off. Is that to shake dirt and stuff off? Yeah, well, that one just plain dropped. I feel like I'm doing a play-by-play sports, broadcast. And almost all the basswood is off. I'm hoping it dries up today so I can get some work done. Because I got I sold another 4-foot rack, so I sold 2 4-footers and an 8-footer, or the $40 and the $80 racks. Easy to adjust your price, because if you put a really cheap wood on there, that you say like you got for free, like say if I had pine, I could just stack it another 6 inches above the rack ends, and then adjust the price that way. Or if it's really expensive wood, I could stack a little bit less, to adjust for price. But then people get ticked off, and then so it's a balancing act. Getting down to the end of the basswood. He's gonna have to put another set of stringers down. Just knocking the logs in, to make sure they're all stable and stuff. He's concerned about my safety too, by making sure the pile is stacked decent, so when I go to cut into it, it doesn't, injure me. So he does the best he can. Then, the rest of it is all on me. Basically, it is all on me when I go to cut into the pile. If anything runs into me, looks like that might be a pretty green wood. I'm not sure. I'm gonna double check and see how new that basswood is. I guess it was sitting for a few months. So, yeah, don't get a whole lot of requests for basswood unless you want cheap camping wood that dries fast. The basswood is about $10 a cord cheaper, so if there's like say 10 cords of it, well, that's $100 less. Or if you have a full truckload, so you're looking at 14 cords, and that's $140 less. So if he filled it up to the max capacity, he could probably put 16 cords on there if he needed to, but that would be really maxing it out. And this ash and basswood being lighter than oak, you might be able to do it. Pine definitely could, but oak, there's no way he could do that. Probably 12 cords, because the weight limits. So that looks like that's going to be it. I don't know if he's probably going to move the truck now. I'm surprised he hasn't moved the truck already, because he probably wanted to get all the basswood in the back like I wanted to. It picks it up like you're picking up a toothpick. Let's see, what's he gonna... Push it down onto pile. And we just had a good laugh. I was telling him, yeah, I don't want to put it past here, you know. Okay, well, not laughing about that, but so when I'm recording the video, I'm talking about how the log and loading is going like it's a sports broadcast game, you know, like a sports game, and he just cracked up. So we should be able to get the rest of it right there. I like this. I'm out of the mosquitoes. Must have a the ladder on the other side must be closer to the ground. Well, you gotta have a ladder on both sides, because you know when you gotta pull away, get off of the truck, and you don't want to be next to off of the crane, you don't want to be next to a log pile. Duh. And having one up higher doesn't hurt either. Yeah. Boy, that is a step if you had to go up on this side. Holy cow. Is it right where you see the little red light? That's where the bottom rung is on this side. Once you get a couple of good stringers down. And I told him, you can go, you know, higher, just get it higher so he doesn't go past a certain point, so the owner can have as much turnaround room as possible for like when garbage trucks come and stuff. I doubt that I'll sell a lot of that wood. It'll be late season camping, if anything. Then we're really getting into prime campfire season. This fall of the year is when a lot of people are more inclined to just have, you know, pleasure fires and warming fires. In the spring, not so much. Oh, he's going to be doing that. Yeah, he probably doesn't have a choice. That I'm going to have to get cut up right away. I'm going to work on that this weekend. After I restock, I'm working on that part this weekend right away. So that's Sundays and Mondays project, or after I restock. My 550 could do most of this wood. Smaller stuff than the last load. give it a good wax and make sure it's packed a little tighter. Except for safety, especially when you cut into it, you don't want cut one piece off and then have the logs roll. So you feel bad about it. I heard one story at an Amish mill, John somewhere or some other logger, he was Amish people said they wanted the logs as close to the mill as possible and stack it as high as he possibly could. It's like, well, it's gonna probably take out the building, you know, because of the pressure against it or something. And, oh, stack it up, we want it that close. So, well, what happened? The log pile rolled and took out the building. They're like, no big deal, we'll rebuild it. So, and, come on, mosquito. I got a mosquito right there. I'm waiting for it to move so I can kill it. I wish I had one of these trucks and if I go to get free wood. At least, you know, like a tandem axle or a triaxle, you know, just to get like for like tree service wood. Have a small truck like that to go pick stuff up with. That'd be the cat's meow for getting tree service wood. I could get one to pull with the truck, but man, those trailers are expensive. You might as well just get a beater log truck, you know. I'm going to be cutting on that first, because that pile could sit there, because I'm just going to split and stock it. I'll get that cut up and split and moved as soon as I can. Keep peace with the owner. I think I got it. He saw that one that was hanging. Jenga, Jenga, Jenga. Yeah, this is going a little slower than the last load. That was done in like half hour. This one he had two types, so he had to keep it separated. Otherwise, the unloading would go a lot faster. Oh no, that was perfect. Logs are gonna roll for sure. Oh no. Why is that one crooked? It's got a few logs left. Give it a good whack. And make sure it's all nice and tight. Just stack it right on top. I'll deal with the rest of it later. might be the last grab. Oh, don't put it there, because that's perfect for cutting right there. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Looks like silver maple on the end of one of them. It's a maple of some sort, I think. That's okay, it all burns. And there he goes, and that's it, folks. I'll let you know how much his load cost in just a little bit. So this is my slip. It says oak, but that's ash. So it's $7.74 for that. You know, and then the calculations for the basswood, that's $6.05. It's 15.19 cords, approximately. Took out 0.72 for those really small logs. They're like only a few inches. For a total of 14.47 cords. $100 for the per cord for the ash, $90 for the basswood, for a total of $13.79. Not too bad. Now, to show you what the log pile looks like, it's still drizzling and raining and garbage. I hope this ends soon. I can't believe that pile is as long as it is. And he stacked it up higher, especially down here, than the load was than that first load. He couldn't get back any further with the truck, and and that's all the further he could reach. They really wanted it another 8 feet back, so it's 8 feet further up than he wanted it. So this is all basswood here. This will burn good for camping. I didn't catch how new this wood was, but I could see by the checking it's been around a while. So right here is the dividing line. You can see the difference in the coloration of the logs. Is this one an oak? That's an oak. Got basswood. There's a random cherry in here. Here's a few sticks of maple, more maple than cherry. There's a cherry. I should keep that stuff separate. That's a little more valuable. Another maple, cherry, maple, cherry, cherry. I think that might be a cherry. More maple, another cherry. I'm not sure what this one is. I think that might be cherry. Definitely maple. I think that's maple. There's... I'll know when I cut into it for sure. It's hard to tell with it wet from the end. If it's a little reddish, it's cherry. So that's it, folks. Till next time, take care and get out there and do something.